doing today? My name's Eric. As always, I want to thank you for coming by to check out my video today. On this episode of Smo'King, I'm going to show you how to make corned beef pasties. Now you might say, what is a pasty? Well, I'll give you the official definition from Google here. They say it's a baked turnover shaped pastry originating from Cornwall, England, traditionally filled with beef, swede, onion, and potatoes. Now, I was first introduced to these when I went to school up in the UP, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, where these were very popular. And I'm making one a little bit different. I'm going to, instead of filling mine up with ground beef or some kind of beef, I'm using corned beef, which I guess is still beef. But reason I have an extra corned beef was after St. Patrick's Day, I bought an extra one. In fact, my last video, I'll leave a link below, I made some corned beef hash and it came out excellent. So if you're looking for stuff to do with leftover corned beef, this would make a terrific recipe. So this is real easy. We're going to stuff these things with some corned beef, some onion, potatoes, carrots, peas, some garlic. To make things really easy, I just bought these puff pastry sheets that you can get in your grocery store. We're going to wrap these up. We're going to saute everything, wrap them up. Make the turnovers straight into the oven. This is a great quick meal if you're looking for something to do with leftover corned beef. So stick around, guys. I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. Let's get cooking. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is saute everything. I recommend a cast iron pan if you had it. Obviously, if you don't, use a regular frying pan. Now, we're going to start with a little unsalted butter. Now, normally, I don't use unsalted butter, but because I'm using corned beef, which is very salty, I would recommend using the unsalted butter. But that's just me. Do what you like, okay? So to that, I'm going to add the onions, and I'm going to leave all the exact measurements down below, guys. You don't need to write everything down right now. I'm going to do a little onions, and I'm going to do the potatoes, and they're diced very small because we want them to get crispy. Stir that around real good. And then make a little room there. We're going to add some chopped up carrots. That's it. I'm just going to let this simmer maybe for, I don't know, 8 to 10 minutes until things soften up a little bit, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. It's really couldn't be easier, guys. I'll stir everything together. And this is on medium-low heat. We don't want to torch this. We got plenty of time. All right. Be back shortly. Hi guys, it's been around 8 minutes. I've been stirring it every few minutes. Don't walk too far away. You don't want anything to burn. These three things are going to take the longest to cook. The onions, the potatoes, and the carrots. So now what I'm going to do, since this definitely is softening up a little bit, make a little opening, we're going to add some minced garlic to this. Right in the center there. Just kind of let that heat up for a minute. Alright, now we're going to stir it in. And what I'm going to do now, like I said, I'm not putting any salt in, but I am going to sprinkle a little bit of ground black pepper. Not a whole lot. Like so. Just keep scraping the bottom so nothing sticks. We don't want anything burning. Alright, we'll give it a couple more minutes. Alright, it's been a couple minutes. We'll give it another good stir. I turned the heat down a little bit. I'm going to wait to put the corned beef on at the very end because that's already cooked. It just really needs to be warmed up. Alright. Now I'm adding some frozen peas. And when I say frozen, I mean frozen. So, got some frozen peas. Just going to let those kind of hit that heat for a second. And I'm going to add some fresh parsley. And I'll just add it all in. It's around a tablespoon. I'll give this just 1 second here, and then I'll give it a good stir. We'll let it go for a few more minutes, and then the last thing to add is the corned beef. I mean, this is great, guys. It's all cooked in one cast iron pan. The only labor-intensive part really now is going to deal with wrapping these up into like little turnovers, little pasties. All right, I'm just going to give this a couple minutes, get those peas kind of to soften up, warm up. Be back shortly. All right, it's been around 4 or 5 minutes. I've been stirring it here. Now for the last part here, we're going to add the corned beef. I'm going to try to kind of make a big spot in the center just to get it a little bit of heat. This is around 12 ounces. This is fresh corned beef that we diced up. Now I've seen a lot of recipes online where they use, especially the recipes from England and stuff, they use this corned beef in a can. I didn't even know that was a thing. But I guess if you don't have leftover corned beef, you can always get the corned beef in a can. But I think this is going to taste much better with fresh corned beef. I cooked this corned beef yesterday for this recipe and for my corned beef hash, and I cooked the corned beef in around 90 minutes in my Instant Pot. So if you're looking for a quick way, other than doing a slow cooker all day, I'll leave a link below to that recipe. It's real quick and easy. Alright, we'll give it a minute here. Now I'll just stir it up. That kind of sound you might be hearing in the background is my convection oven. Convection, I should say. I turned it to 375 degrees, which is what the puff pastry calls for. Obviously, look at the directions on yours. I'm only going to let this cook now for maybe 3-4 minutes, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off the heat. And obviously, we can't wrap these things up in the pastry until this is cool enough to handle. So it's probably going to have to cool. I'm going to take it off and put it on the other side of the stove top. Probably let it just sit for around 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. Just let everything settle down. And then the final step would be to make these pasties. So, pasties. I always get confused. Like, well, how do I say this? Pasties, pastries, because pastries is like paste, and then pasties is how you pronounce this, but they're kind of similar, you know? Alright, let's just give this literally like 3-4 more minutes. I'll be back. Alright, it's been a few more minutes. I did take a fork and taste a little bit. The potatoes are tender. I mean, it's not super hot, so I don't mind if it continues to heat a little bit. But that's it, guys. This is going to be our wonderful filling. So I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm going to move this to the other side of the stovetop. We'll let this hang out for maybe, like I said, 15 minutes or so. You can see the steam coming off it. It's very hot. Let it cool down enough to handle, and then I'll be back with you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, you know what time it is? Time for a drink review. I'm having a beer from Hop and Barrel Brewing Company called Crooked Grin. This is 6.5% alcohol. It's an Indian Pale Ale. And they are located in Hudson, Wisconsin. I don't think I've had anything from this brewery. I might be mistaken. But anyway, that's what I'm having. This is my daughter, Ava Grace. Hi. And my son, Kyle.
Hello.
My daughter's having something here from Starbucks, believe it or not. This is called Pineapple Passion Fruit Coconut Milk. So it says it's a coconut milk beverage. So, you like coconut, Ava Grace?
I do, I really do.
Okay, well then that sounds like a winner then. And then Kyle's trying a new soda called Poppy. And it's a grape soda. It says time to love soda again. And it's a prebiotic soda. And it said here, remember when you love soda from childhood? We gave it a major upgrade. Juicy, bold, and beyond fresh with probiotics, and I think only 5 grams of sugar. So that's what Kyle's having. So we'll see.
And I'm glad I'm trying this now because this is going to date us a little bit. But when we picked this up, I think it was the day after we picked this up, the company got bought by Pepsi.
Oh, did it really?
So if I try any of these in a later video, then if Pepsi were to change the recipe or anything, then I've tried it before then.
Here comes Dixie, always thinking we're eating something. Alright. Crooked Grin. It says, one cannot think crooked and walk straight. Everyone needs a grin every now and again. Alright. Let's see how this is. Oh, looks good. Always up for finding new beers. Alright. Ooh, I smell hops and a little bit of fruit. Alright guys, as always, I appreciate you stopping by. Come on guys, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to each other. Cheers to our viewers.
Cheers to our viewers.
Thanks for stopping by, I appreciate it. Let's give this a sample. Oh, that's good. It's not overly hoppy. Kind of like a mild to light hoppiness. And not super fruity either. It's kind of, it feels like an IPA light. It definitely has the taste of hops and the taste of fruit, but nothing that throws you off like some of the stronger IPAs. So if you're kind of on the fence about IPAs, try this, because I would definitely recommend it. It's good, nice, cloudy. It's good. I'm gonna enjoy this. All right, Ava Grace, you drank it all. Mom told me only to give you half because it's got so many calories and it's dinner time. So what do you think? Starbucks Paradise drink.
It's really good. It has a unique taste. It's the coconut one.
Yeah. Coconut.
This is really. No, this tastes like pineapple.
Well, it says passion fruit. Oh no, it is pineapple.
This actually tastes like pineapple.
Pineapple passion fruit. It's
pineapple
with
passion
coconut
fruit.
milk.
With coconut milk. So it's pineapple. It's very unique taste. It's hard to explain, but it's definitely something. I don't think I've ever had anything like this, and I think you guys should definitely give this a try.
All right. So what now, Kyle? How's your probiotic grape soda?
Well, first of all, it tastes a bit different than normal soda, which I get that because it's a bit different than a normal soda. But to me, it tastes like something you'd give someone if they're trying to like lean off and try to like stop drinking soda. Like it's like feels like more one like a transitional.
Like wean them off, huh? Sugary drinks.
Because it doesn't. It almost it tastes okay, but it has that grape taste. Like I almost think of like medicine, like NyQuil or something. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not something I'd probably sit there and drink. But I mean now.
So you'd rather have like a Fanta grape or Grape-A-Co?
Yeah, Grape-A-Co is the best.
Grape-A-Co was a grape soda we discovered when we were in Alabama visiting Monica's family, and I guess it's just a thing. A soda from down south. They had a vending machine outside the store, and I'm like, Grape-A-Co, what's that? So we bought one, and Kyle fell in love with it, and I think didn't we bring a case home, or?
Something like that.
So yeah, we bought a case and brought it home.
Yeah.
Alright guys, well there you go. Thanks again, cheers. Even with you having an empty cup. Thanks for stopping by. I'll meet you guys upstairs when we finish cooking. Thanks again. All right, so I rolled out the puff pastry. And like I said, I bought this in the store, and I just kind of give it a little, I don't want to really make it too thin because it's got to hold up to the filling, but just enough to kind of make it so we can cut out. So what I got here is a bowl. I don't know, I guess I should probably measure it, but I'm just gonna stick it here. I got a little sharp knife, and I'm just gonna go along. I should have bought more pastries and make some of these bigger, because this is gonna be a little small one compared to normally the bigger sizes you get, or at least when I was in the UP. Let's see. Like that. And I put a little flour down here, guys, as you can see. So there you go. All right, let me continue to cut some out here. Just like that. Put a bowl, just run a knife. And I'll see if I can get, I'm sure I can get at least 4. All right, guys, be back in a minute. All right, here we are. I was able to get 6. I had to kind of put some of the dough together to reshape it. So a couple of these are a little bit thicker, but that's fine. Let me get the filling. We'll make these up. All right, here it is. The mixture, it's cool. We're gonna do a couple here, show you on camera how to do this. All right, here we are. We just take a couple spoonfuls and kind of put it right there on one side, because we're gonna fold this over.
So we'll just do a little bit. You don't want to overfill it either, because that's going to be a disaster. So I would do not too much more than this, but I'll do a little more.
We got plenty.
No, I know. But if you overfill it, it's thin, so it's gonna break right through. So let's try. What do you think of that? What
That
do
looks good.
Okay.
We got a little
All right.
water in the dish so we to kind of wet our
Wet
fingers
your
when
fingers.
we fold it over, just to kind of work
You
with
want
it.
to just do it around the outside. See that? And if you have a dough, sometimes those doughs are stuck to like a sheet, and you have like a sticky side. If you have a sticky side of your dough, then you actually don't have, just keep the sticky side up and it'll stick together easy. I'm gonna go like this. And you want to leave enough room that you can pinch it together
Oh,
around.
we got a piece sticking out.
And you don't want stuff falling out, but let's. So you're
There
gonna,
we
I
go.
pinched it together. The water does help a lot, okay? Now, what I would do is crimp it. So you just go like this. You just do boom, boom, boom with your fingers, right? Just like that. On the very edges that you've already stuck together.
There you go.
See that? I got a little finger, so it looks a little more crimpy, but you can, yeah, it's really easy. It's not a big deal. There you go. There's one.
All right.
We'll do the next one now. So we're just gonna put, here, let me just flip
Yeah,
this
turn it around. Perfect.
over. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing. Sorry. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go. Little 1, and my hands are clean, by the way, while I'm touching it.
That's all right.
2. If I was in a restaurant, I'd have gloves on.
So we preheated our oven already to
Maybe like this much.
375 convention. That's what this
Convection.
convection.
You always
no,
say convention.
convention. Convection.
Yeah. All right. So see, try to keep it all towards like the center. Try not to overfill, although this is stretchy, so there's a little bit of leeway. Use your fingers with the water if you need to. And just line the outside by like a 1/4 inch, like this. See? Just on the side you're gonna, you don't have to do it all the way, oh, I guess you could, but it wouldn't hurt, but you only have to do it on like half. Then, here we go. Fold it over. Uh-oh, stuff's falling out.
Oh, it's okay.
Hang on, push it in. Just push it in, not a big deal. And boom. Just like so.
Seal her up.
So, seal her up first before you crimp. Just to make sure nothing falls out like what just happened, because I kind of was halfway over filling it. My husband kind of likes his stuff filled. All right, now here we go. Now if you want it more crimped, use your little
I
finger.
think you're supposed to use a sound effect when you do that.
Psh, psh, psh.
There you go.
Okay, so see, I have tiny fingers, so I like using my little pinky finger when I do this crimping, because then it makes it more crimpy.
Now we're also going to brush some egg on this. before we put it in the oven, just to
There.
kind of crisp the
See that?
outside. But right now, these are still kind of soft because I've been working them, rolling them a little bit. We're putting in some of this still warm food.
Yeah.
So we're going to stick them on a tray, put them in the fridge for probably around 20 minutes to a half hour, and then we'll throw them into
Let them
the...
harden a little bit
Yeah.
before you try to add
And-
any egg wash.
Yeah, and then once they've kind of cooled down a little bit, we'll add the egg wash and throw them in the oven. There you go, guys. Look at these things. All right, be back in a minute. All right, here they are. They're starting to get a little soft, the dough and everything. So we're definitely going to stick them in the fridge. This little one's for Ava.
Yeah, in
But-
the middle.
Yeah, but man, these look good. And we got a little bit leftover filling. We've kind of taken a little taste test. Oh my goodness,
It's
guys.
really good.
It's really, really good.
I
Anyway,
gotta stop myself.
we'll throw this in the fridge and yeah, we'll pull them out a little bit. Little egg wash into the oven. Be back in a minute. All right, so we have an egg yolk that we separated from the white. We're just gonna break that up and beat it and then brush it on these and throw them in the oven.
Alright.
What'd you say, 20 minutes you think?
I'd say 25 at least. Let's see how it looks. Are we doing one side or both?
I'm not sure. Maybe just one side, I would say. Maybe, huh?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, just add a little yolk. It'll kind of help that dough kind of get nice and crispy and brown and flaky, hopefully.
We might need to do a second egg.
All right.
But anyways, that's what you do. We don't
Yeah.
have to do all of them. It'll take an hour. You want to be careful to make sure you get it in all the crevices so it all browns.
Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks good. All right.
And then there you
All right,
go.
here they are. Look at these things. Fresh out of the oven. Oh, nice and brown and crispy. They're still very warm. I'll let them cool off for a little bit. We'll cut into one of these. Give this a sample. Hey guys, I'm just going to cut one in half here just to see what's going on. Oh, all right. There we go, guys. Look at this. Ooh, it's hot and steamy. Yep. What do you think?
Oh, looks good.
Yeah. Be back in a second, guys. All right, I'm here with my son Kyle, my wife Monica. I cut a couple in half, so
Yeah.
just grab one.
do
Look
it.
inside there, Kyle. Be careful. It's still probably pretty hot.
Looks
All right.
good.
Let's see how this. Cheers.
It smells good. It smells like an egg roll. Kinda.
It's very good.
I like
the only
that.
thing I can tell you right off the bat
It's good.
is the dough,
Uh-huh.
the pastry is more flaky, like a pastry
That's good.
croissant kind of texture compared to the
Oh, like a regular
pasties, yeah, that I've had in the UP.
pasty.
Pasty. That's more like firm, more like rough, like dough, where this is more flaky, like a croissant.
I'm wondering though, since this originated in England, and the recipes we get are always from like Ireland, England. I wonder like if the one that you had up in the UP with the thicker dough is kind of an American thing. I don't know. I'm just
Well,
curious.
from what I understood, it was the immigrants, I think from Finland, that came to the UP, and a lot of the guys would work in a copper mine, so they'd go down under the ground deep, and they needed something to eat, and they needed something they can hold with one hand, so
I
that's
remember
how they
hearing that.
kind of wrapped up like meat and potatoes and everything in one handy. So it's kind of like a pre-hot pocket.
So maybe that's why the dough was thicker, was to hold it all
Yeah,
together
probably
and
was.
hold the thicker meat and all the stuff.
Maybe the
Remember
original-
they packed them bigger too.
Yeah, maybe the original recipe is more like this, more flaky.
Well, the one in the UP.
But in any case,
Okay, well, this
I
is
think
good.
it's good. It's kind of like a homemade hot pocket. So, but with
And a
corned beef.
croissant crust.
Yeah. What do you think? How you mowed that one down in a hurry?
Good, huh? It is good. Very good,
Look, go ahead, Kyle.
for sure.
Well, again, guys, if you have leftover corned beef, this is a great little recipe. Cook it all in one pan. Get some of that, what do they call it, pastry dough or
Pastry puff.
No, what do they call the dough we bought? Not, Oh, pastry puff? Okay.
Yeah, it's a dough.
Roll it out, put some in, wrap it up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Very good.
It is kind of like a croissant to me.
Which I love croissants. Who's not as much of a croissant person? Me and Kyle love
Yeah,
croissants.
I'm more like a bagel kind of guy, but
This is good. This is really good. And it's very buttery.
yeah,
And soft.
yeah, I mean, give it a try, guys. It's pretty easy. If you have leftover corned beef, carrots, potatoes, a few other things, cook it up in the cast iron, wrap them up, put them in the oven.
Different brands of the pastry puff. Probably, I know we bought one. We bought one brand that only had one sheet, and then I usually buy this brand. The Pepperidge Farm has 2 sheets, and so what I'm saying is there's some pastry puffs that probably are thicker, and it's probably gonna have a little bit of a different, maybe a less croissant-like, you know,
Yeah,
texture. Yeah.
Yeah, but look at this. It's like a perfect little pre-hot pocket, like I say. Look at that.
Here you go, Kyle. Have another. No,
I'm eating one right now.
Oh.
As always, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. If you like the video, hit the like button. The logo on my t-shirt is the logo on the bottom of the screen. Please click on that to subscribe to my channel. It really helps my channel grow. And I'll leave a link above and below to my website, ericsmokingbbq.com. Please go check that out. It has all my video recipes, photos, the whole bit.
Try this. It's
But yeah,
super,
I think this is
super
really good. It's simple, easy.
I like the lookies.
Which one do you like better, this or the corned beef hash we had last time?
Oh, don't ask me to compare. They're anything corned beef, but this is delicious. It's different, right?
Yeah.
This is something you can pack even on the go.
And the UP, I know they served it with ketchup or gravy. I think I prefer gravy. What do you think?
Yeah,
Ketchup.
gravy over ketchup. Yeah.
No.
But this is good. This is really good.
Again, guys, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.